Hi, everyone. Hello, guys. Please come on in. Hi, everyone. Just going to wait for another 10 seconds and then we'll get started. Right. Just going to get started now. Hi, everyone. Welcome back again to my channel. My name is Webimo, and I'm also known as Thatmumof5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. So now, so I see Amo. That was how I saw it. So I actually saw that post earlier on today, and I was like, do I really want to talk about this, or should I just let it pass? But like, no, we must talk about it. So NDLEA, who are known as the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, posted something about married women must bring proof or consent from their husbands before they are given the clearance to travel abroad. You know, when I saw that post, I was like, what is the duty of EFCC? I mean, NDLEA again? Like, guys, let me know. What is the job of NDLEA again? Is NDLEA now doing immigration work? Because I was like, this shouldn't be, this is not their job. Why are they now asking that married women must get a consent? In fact, let me read the post. I'm sure, let me read the post so that we are not mixing words here. Let me read the post for you guys so that I'm not mixing words. So it said here that NDLEA's visa clearance request. So why, hi, Happy, how are you? We have really suffered, not be small. I was not going to talk about it. Then Zeno were like, hey, that mom of 5, see you, see something that I saw. So like, okay, let me talk about it. So I really want to understand what are the job roles, or what is the duty of NDLEA? Are they now doing immigration work as well? Because I don't understand why, as a woman in Nigeria, obviously married, would have to ask my husband for a written consent or prove that he's happy for me to travel out of the country. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. If I was able to, if a woman is able to apply for a visa, I'm sure it will have been at the understanding of both herself and her husband, right? So the woman now put in the application to the visa office, the immigration in Nigeria, and immigration gave approved a visa. What then is the business of NDLEA? Because I'm trying to understand what the role of NDLEA is in that regard. So let me read the post exactly as I saw it. So NDLEA's visa clearance requires that a married woman should bring a letter of approval to travel from her husband along with his passport photograph. So you guys can hear. There is no such rule for men. Exactly, there's no such rule for men. This is such a disgusting government-sponsored misogyny. Are married women children? This is somebody asking question. When some younger Nigerian women reject marriage and say it's because they don't want their identity to be subsumed under that of a man's, people accuse them of saying rubbish, but look at this foolishness entrenched by governmental institutions. Women have suffered. Orishirishi it is, Abby. Orishirishi. Like, I really want to understand the role of NDLEA. And I went to their page on X. Let me go and find it. I went to their page on X, and people are digging into them because I really want to understand why, like why. And then there's this doctor I followed online. From where to where? Ataya Abbey. So this person said, I just read that. No, let me read that post exactly as they have said it. So visa clearance, according to NDLEA, because I don't understand their responsibility, their duty. I did now do immigration work now because I don't understand. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency requirements for visa clearance. What visa clearance? Please like this live stream as you come in, guys. And there's a link there if you want to come in and say something. I remember clearly when I was living in Nigeria, I did not have to go and seek clearance from anybody. The only people I had that had business with were the immigration. Applicants are advised to visit the nearest NDLEA state command headquarters to commence the process of their visa clearance. Application for visa clearance must possess the following. Applicants are advised to visit, I've already read that. So application for visa clearance must possess the following: evidence of business status, occupation, work ID, or blah, blah, blah. Evidence of business link overseas, admission letter, invitation, yes, we know that. E-payment of 20,000, yes. Certificate of legal government, yeah, we know that. 6 colored passport photographs without eyeglasses, we know that. An official flat file, color data page, okay. School certificate, yes, we agree. Hi, Vivi, welcome. Abby says, so basically, if you are married, you are in bondage or what exactly? Honestly, Abby, I'm trying to understand. Since I saw that post this morning, I've been like, do I really want to come and talk about it? But then I see people posting here and I'm like, no, let's come and talk about it. So, married woman should bring a letter of approval to travel with passport photograph from the husband. I expected them to have put married man should bring a letter of approval to travel with passport photograph from the wife. Vivi said, this is simply a patriarchal, I know the pronunciation of my head, is just not working, oppression of women, and in this day and age, exactly. People are raving like, no. So obviously, people started giving them both like questioning that it's only in maybe all of this. Let me find a post that this particular thing actually happens in other countries, but not in Africa. That Nigeria trying to? No, I think Nigeria is trying to bring in some dodgy policies, dear, small into Nigeria that they want to use to cover our eyes. Same the way they started with Bobrisky's own. They want to start telling us now that maybe, yeah, they now identified transgenders, right? In fact, this matter, like it's too big for my mouth. It's embarrassing, Abby. Absolutely embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. And I was like, and then there are some men who have nothing to say but nonsense. Let me go and read comments. So this person obviously is digging into NDLEA, saying that obviously NDLEA came out when they've already received passports to say the entire procedure for visa clearance issued by the NDLEA as required by some countries is currently undergoing review. It should not even be put into place. So it's going in review, which means that they are still going to bring it into place. And the requirement for a married woman to present a letter of approval from her husband to travel is one of the items that the agency has since jettisoned as a non-mandatory item on the list. But why is it on the list in the first place? If it is not mandatory, why is it on the list? They put it on the list so that when you now get there as a married woman, you are not able to provide it. They will not be using that one to squander money from you. GV said, oh, so Nigeria is going back to days of no voting for women, no this and that for women without men's power. Exactly. That's how they're stylishly going to bring something in. That's what they're trying to do here. Abby said, but how can a country be forward enough to recognize transgender rights but doing the opposite where feminism is concerned? Attire, so backward. So backward. And like I said, some men have things to say. Some men in the comment section are like, oh no, this is absolutely crazy. Like, what is the purpose of it? Exactly, what does it solve? What is the purpose of it? The purpose that the wife is traveling abroad without the husband's consent, or she's running away with a boyfriend, or she's running away with the husband's property. Like, what was the purpose? I mean, what is the purpose of it in the first place? What is it there to solve? What is it there to cover? By the way, why is NDLEA now venturing into immigration work? Is NDLEA now and EFC? I mean, are they now immigration? Because I don't understand. I don't understand them. And this person continues saying that when some younger Nigerian women reject marriage and say it's because they don't want their identity, because so now I'm sure there was a post I saw from, was he Khalifa or something? She's a dancer. She said that why do women have to be the one who actually have to drop their father's name to take on their husband's name? That why can't women keep their father's name? Bibi said to tie that woman and control them. That's always been, because now when we talk now, they will say, and there was a, it goes back to this video of this Nigerian Hollywood lady who said that that no matter what, that women can never ever ever, that women should not expect to have equal rights as men, and that when your man is traveling abroad everywhere, you should give him rubber so that he can flange with other women. Why does it have to always fall in the way of the men all the time, and the women are in a way being shortened, being displeased? I be say, if I tell you say I understand this, I don't understand it though. I don't understand it at all. And I'm on the NDLEA page now on their website. People are giving a gbasgbos. People said whoever came up with the idea at NDLEA Nigeria should be ashamed of themselves and sacked. I don't think that person is going to be sacked. I'm sure it's some crazy, narcissistic, misogynist men that are there. If they are not able to control their home, they want to control the entire nation. People are not agree with, like, people are actually digging into them. Somebody said the fact that you guys thought of that rule in the first place shows Oriyinti Buru. Honestly, I'm trying to make a head. I'm trying to make a, to get an understanding of what this is going to solve. What is actually the purpose of it? Like, why is NDLEA? If immigration is not asking, if immigration has not asked women to bring such, and they were able to grant them visa, what is the business of NDLEA? I'm trying to make sense of it. Vivi said it's definitely men that came up with, exactly, now they're the ones. And some people are questioning them that, okay, if you say that it is something that is is still being jettisoned, something that is being still thought about, why is it on your website? Why is it there? It's definitely something you want to start implementing. That's why you put it on your website. Abby said, but when these things are passed, isn't there usually board panel or something? Exactly. They just come up with their own. We just come up with all these crazy policies in their offices, and then bossa. Everybody has to follow it. So you're telling me more than one person passed this? As it is, I think so, Abby. As it is. People are in the comment section. People are like, you know what, you better change them, or you make it for both genders. Exactly. Because as it is now, they came out to say to debunk it, but it is still in the policy thingy on their website. I really want to understand the need for it. Is it that they are not able to control the offices or the workplace anymore? They now want to start controlling people's relationships, people's marriages. So are they now saying that a woman who is married and going abroad, are they now saying that the husband is not aware of the fact that she's making such move? So because they want to be sure that the husband is not aware that she's making such move, they, being the NDLEA, I can't even pronounce their name, NDLEA, will help the husband to ascertain that yes, she's married though, and the husband is aware of the fact that she's going abroad. I really want to understand. Women have suffered. Women have suffered. Where is gender equality? Nigeria, there's nothing like gender equality in Nigeria. There can never ever be equality, because how can some people wake up and say, okay, oh, Nigerian women, oh, once you have your visa, oh, you are still going to come to us and you must bring proof that your husband knows that you are going abroad. Like, they should please make it make sense. Minors, sure, but a grown woman. Even minors don't need, because it will be their parents that is making the applications for them. It's not like a 15-year-old child who wants to travel abroad. Their parents will have to be will have to make it their parents will have to be the one to make the applications for them, submit all the paperwork, all the documents for them. Exactly, men should be the one getting letters from their wives to say that my wife knows that I'm traveling abroad, and it's in our agreement that I'm going to come back. It is men, they should be doing that for non-women. But Abby said, I thought they said men are like babies. They don't want to be like babies again. No, they don't want to be like babies again. And they have now incorporated NDLEA. Like, I'm trying to make a sense of this. And when I said some men are actually talking, some men said, give back the power to men. No married woman should be granted access out of the country without her husband's permission. Women have suffered. This is somebody that called himself like Pa John Doe, and I believe he's an Agbalagba, full-blooded man. Oh, give back the power to men. No married woman should be granted access out of the country without her husband's permission. So for the fact that the woman make the move, are they now telling us now that the husband is not aware in any way? Or like me now, I'm going to Nigeria now, and they're not telling me that I must ask my husband to give me permission here, that I am going to Nigeria, that he knows I'm going to Nigeria, when we are both planning it. This person continued, no matter her position, her husband is a leader and God. Thank God I did not marry this kind of man. She must be accountable to him. That's what a John Doe is telling us. Vivi said, Abby, you are laughing. Vivi said, I believe this one very old backward thinking man that came up with this. Hey, Bingpe, how are you? This particular person that says that give back the power to men. Did the women collect power from men? Did women collect power from men? No married woman should be granted access out of the country without her husband's permission. No matter her position, her husband is a leader and God. I swear to God, the kind of woman that married this man, My network is messed up. That's why I don't like using StreamYard. Maybe because I'm moving. My network is shaky. I can see it from another screen here. And then let's go and read what people have to say under that person's post. Abby said, Vivi, is it, Abby, I can't read that English. Shouldn't a panel be set up to discuss this issue? Exactly. I believe I don't think they even carried anybody along. They've just written it and say, hey, they have no choice. After all, now women own Nigeria. My network is bad here. Can you guys see me clearly? That's why I don't like using live stream. I mean, I don't like using StreamYard. My network is, I'm looking at another screen here and it's not clear enough. I'm just gonna have to continue. Vivi said, Mom of 5, there's so many backward thinking narcissistic men like that one. They are full on social media. In fact, the person under the comment, people are giving him bad boosts. People said, unfortunate soul. They are just laughing. People were like, NDLEA, Mr. God, Were, Oloshi. Like, people were just cursing for him. Like, I really want to understand why. I would really want to understand the purpose of this, what it is meant to solve. I really want to understand it. The requirement, so someone said the requirement for countries like Thailand, where your people sit and really attend to travelers and fees them, should be stopped. Why are we writing formal letters and getting guarantors to swear to what they don't know in order to travel? Can't this be done online? I don't know about that though. Akpame Jabo. Hi Cindy, how are you? Guys, the link is in the comment section if you want to come up and say something. Because me, it is beyond my understanding. It is beyond my understanding though, because I really don't understand what is the purpose, what's the purpose of it, what is it going to solve? What's it going to solve? I'm trying to drop the link in the comment section, guys. What is this going to solve? Because I don't understand it. I don't understand. Abby said probably more than a bit actually must. Everything work against us as women. In fact, Apa Mejabo, Abby. You know, people are like, what kind of, like, what is that? I really want to understand why this is. Are they trying to say that women should not live, should not travel abroad again? Exactly. People are asking you that, what is your business with immigration process outside drug? Exactly. I really want to understand what the responsibility, what the job of NDLEA is. It is immigration that will have done this. Why is NDLEA actually doing this? Vivi said, as long as the thing is not affecting men, I believe they will pass such a law with zero deliberation. They see women like children, as if we lack capacity, hence men need to step in. You have taken the word out of my mouth, Vivi. I really want to understand what drug and trafficking agency has to do with immigration work. That's what I'm trying to understand here. I can't seem to put my head around it. I can't seem to put my head around it. Somebody said the inclusion of that item at Benitio arose following some ugly developments in some source country. What development? Which country? I really don't understand. Somebody said the entire thing is horrid. Better to not travel to whichever country are requested for visa clearance than to attempt to fulfill the requirements listed on their side. By the way, what's happened to that so-called UAE visa? I don't know what this one is talking about. But yeah, people are not having any of it. People are not having any of it. Let me go to Instagram and read comments there. Because it was on Instagram I saw that post. It was on Instagram I saw that post. Though they said they are still thinking about it, too, that it's still on their website. As at the time before I came on live stream, that requirement is still on their website. They need to remove it impromptu because they've already dropped a public notice to say that they are still thinking about it. That is something they are discussing. You are still discussing, but you've listed it. They should take it off their website. So there's a World DC women advocate said, when we raise an alarm on gender inequality, this is one of the reasons. While men do not need this, the NDLEA visa clearance certificate required women to bring a letter of approval from their husbands. While the NDLEA has now removed this condition today, the road is still long. Like, what is it meant to solve? What is it meant to solve? Because if they're asking women to bring it, they should be asking the men to provide it as well. They should be asking the men to provide it as well. Let me go on Instagram because it was on Instagram I found it. I don't understand. I don't understand what this is meant to solve. I don't understand. Honestly, I don't. If anybody wants to come in and drop one or two things, let me know in the comment section, okay? Because Akpa Mejabo, like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. There's a post on Tunde Edno's page. And that post on Tunde Edno's page, 42% of people said yes, that Nigerian women should have their husbands' written consent before they leave. What of men that say they are going on business travel and they are carrying Olosho? They are carrying Olosho to wherever, Caribbean, to go and do holiday. There's a guest here. Hi, Abby. You are on stage now.
Hi, Mom5. Good evening.
How are you?
Okay, thanks. Hope you're well. I have a question.
Okay.
Just from my experience with travel, The
Mm-hmm.
average person doesn't even come in contact with any sort of drug agency. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's only if they suspect you, or sometimes it can be random. But
Yeah.
why does the NDLEA expect so many documentation for clearance? They really shouldn't just be out there. They should be in the corner. They shouldn't be known by the average, what's it called? The average traveler. If they suspect something,
Exactly.
maybe from funny behavior or any sort of anxiety that a traveler
Mm-hmm.
displays, that's when they can now decide they want to do a random check, or if they get any information. But thinking about it now, in the last
Exactly.
couple of years since I've traveled to Nigeria, you always actually have to go through immigration, customs, NDLEA.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense. Even
Yeah.
customs, how many times have you seen customs in the UK coming through Heathrow?
I
You
don't
don't
think
see
I
them
don't see
until they
customs. So
feel
I
like they
don't.
just want to check you. You only
Yeah.
see
Mm-hmm.
immigration, and that is
Mm-hmm.
it.
Exactly.
So
And
that's
so
even
I'm
the
like,
weird
no, I don't
thing. It
know. I
doesn't
don't know
matter if
what
it's
their
men or
purpose is.
women. Why is NDLEA in our faces?
They do. It seems like they don't have enough jobs to do. That's why they now want to add this to their jobs. And I think they're just Christians and avenue to extort people. Because at the end of the day, if people did not read that clause, or if people had not seen that clause, and they travel, it's just an avenue to extort them for money. They say, oh, this thing
You are
said
very
you have
right.
to have this,
You will
you
not
have
have
to
to
have
pay
this. Since you don't have, you have
50,000
paid
there.
so money. I think
Mm,
that's just another avenue for them to start extorting, say like, oh, like unsuspecting Nigerians. That's the
it's
only thing
true.
that I can think that I can make out of it. Because how can you
Because
ask
you
a
don't
married
want to
woman to go
miss
and
your
bring the
flight
letter?
now or something, you will now pay.
Exactly. Like,
Mm.
oh, did you not read it? Did you not see the information? Hello, do you know how are you? Did you not see the information on the website? It's one of the requirements. Did you not see it? So since you've not seen it now, you'd have to pay so money for us to be able to clear you. To me, I just believe it's another sort of extortion
Even if they
because
don't use their full chest to ask you to pay money, you not be like, oh guys, there's nothing we can do. I don't
you
don't
don't want to miss
Nigerian
your
make
flight.
now. I don't want to miss my flight. You two will now
Exactly.
transfer. Hey, hey.
Who do us like this, oh Ninja? It is well. It is well. Like I said, Tunde had not made a poll on his page asking, do Nigerian married women need their husbands written consent to travel out of the country? I said no. 42% said yes. 58% said no. Those 42%, they must not get married.
So high.
They must not get married, though.
Hey.
They must not get married. Welcomes, they must not get married. And people say, someone here said, married men too should get permission from their wives. Men and women are equal. Exactly.
Do you
Because
know? I would
one,
understand if they made it a marital issue. Like if you're married, part of the document is to show that your partner is aware that you're traveling from
mhm,
your next of kin. Most people, their
mhm,
next of kins are their partners, right? Or their
yeah,
spouses when they get married. So I will
mhm,
understand if they make it that whole thing of your next of kin has to know. But like I said in the chat, it's even weird because of the way women and men are set up. We're set up so differently that it makes more sense for men to actually ask for us, the women, to be the ones that
you
are
to
asked
ask.
for paperwork. Because again, like I said, men are like babies now. We're supposed to baby them and stuff. So how is it the other way around?
In my own dictionary,
I don't mean
eh,
that literally, by the way.
men, men, they are not babies.
No more of five. I
That's what
mean,
the
the
give
joke
me my
now.
own
You know
dad.
that nonsense that Nigerian older women say. Men are like
No,
babies. Forgive them, treat them, do this. Eh, why does it not apply in every aspect?
exactly. No, my own question now is, why is NDLEA now doing the immigration work? That is my question. Why are they now doing in immigration work? Because that's also the majority of the comments that people are dropping here. People are like, wait, oh, NDL in our immigration. I don't understand the connection with visa. Are they referring to drug dealers' wives?
And drug dealers' wives, Lord. That's very
That's what people
funny.
are asking. Are they
Oh
referring
God.
to like people that carry powder, their wives? So if it's just for them, do they have some known pushers? Do they maybe they know some that, oh, they know that that's what they do? Do they know some? Because if this person now saying that, voila. Well, another person
Well,
said,
I
no
didn't
married woman
I
should be.
don't even know what to because I'm actually on Twitter now trying to gather like thoughts of people because
Mhm.
I don't understand. So I'm trying to see if somebody points to
Me
me,
too. I don't understand. I don't
somebody
understand the need
understands
for
it
it.
and tries to explain, but I can't see anything.
I can't say anything either. Like, what is the problem it's meant to solve?
Because every time we actually see NDLEA put out people that they have arrested, majority of them are men. So you can't even
Exactly.
say that the reason is because majority are women or so like every time we see those pictures they put out, the mug shots,
Now, men,
majority are
majority of them
men
are men.
now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the angle is.
Now, well,
Okay,
now,
somebody
well.
said something. Let me read something to you. Someone
Okay.
said, for those asking why NDLEA, there are countries that require a drug clearance certificate from NDLEA as part of the visa applications. Now, why married women would need a letter of approval to get the certificate is where foolishness comes in. But generally, some countries require some sort of
But
certificate
then they
of
should put it there that
clearance.
if you are traveling to certain countries, you will need this.
That's what
Not
it should say.
generally.
Because even here in the UK, depending on the country you're going to, you know
Exactly.
the entry requirements, right? If you're going to the Maldives,
Exactly.
you know you have to pay for visa on arrival. If you're going to certain places, you know that okay, it's visa free. So they
Mm-hmm.
can have it as well under different categories, just the way we have it on the UK.gov website. Depending on the
Yeah.
country you're going to, there's different entry requirements or different vaccinations you need to be up to date with, or all sorts of things. So it could
Exactly.
be like
But
that.
but the way they are going about it, they are trying to tar everybody with the same brush.
It's stupid.
Hi, Zeno.
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry, I'm so mad that I missed this, but anyway, it's okay. But so honestly, is this the problem that we have in Nigeria right now? Because
Atalia.
it's so annoying that men just wake up one morning and they just want to control women. Because this is another
Mm.
way. Because I guess there's also an issue going on where they're saying like UK or I guess wives in the UK are sending their husbands to jail and whatnot, right? So this is
Mm-hmm.
another. It's something that they're trying to put in place to try to control which woman travels and
Women.
doesn't travel. So
Mm.
it's another way for them to say, okay, we will not allow this one travel if our husband doesn't agree. What if I'm paying for my own trip? What if I'm going
At-
for a business? What if my company is telling me, hey, I need to send you to Spain right now to go and do this? I will not come back to my boss and say, sorry, my husband didn't sign off. What if I was already having issues at home and me
So
and my
to you
husband, maybe
guys,
my
I have
husband
another
is
question. We
sorry,
have established that the aspect of married women is dumb, right? But outside
Mhm.
of married women in general, the clearance thing, just to obviously continue with the previous conversation, we do realize that our foreign affairs right now is literally in the mud. And there's so much more that's required of Nigerians just to travel out of Nigeria, even within Africa. It's so sad. I mean, we've heard about how Dubai, or should I say the UAE, have banned us and all of that stuff. And it just seems like it's getting worse. I believe Seychelles has also
Mhm.
banned Nigerians. So I wonder if generally this whole thing of even having some sort of clearance for NDLEA comes with the whole idea of our foreign affairs being in the mud. You know, you have Asian countries that are making things like this important. We're expected to have more in terms of guarantor. What do you mean you need a guarantor's letter? Why do we need letter from a guarantor just to travel and stuff like that? You know, so I don't know if that also has something to do with the clearance that NDLEA needs. This is has not to do with married women. Obviously, we know that married women aspect is stupid. But I wonder
Yeah.
if it's a very big issue with our foreign affairs as well, and why there's so much more required to travel from Nigeria just because you know the tags. Even
Mhm.
within Africa, you know, the minute it's just like, oh, is that fraud or drugs or something? There's always a
Mhm.
tag.
Yeah.
So I
Mhm.
wonder if that's also an aspect besides the married woman part again, you know? It's unfortunate, but I've just realized this. Our foreign affairs is literally in the mud right now, and we do not have any
But
respect from
it
any
could be, it
countries.
could be, that you are right, Abby. That could be another reason to that. But then, like, it's just the way they just, they just bring something
They even put it
kosher, they
out
throw it at you.
there.
They just throw it at you, and people in the comment section, like, people are like, no woman should be allowed to travel abroad. This, that, that. Like, seriously? There are women who bring their husbands abroad. So what is this talk of no woman should travel abroad without the consent of her husband? Her husband is her God. Like, where's
So
that
deep.
coming from?
Please, sorry, Abby, I'm a bit confused. What do you mean by how does this help us in that area of our
Before I came in, somebody explained that
okay.
a couple of countries have. Sorry, before you came in, someone I was reading something from the internet where someone explained that some countries require clearance from NDLEA from a drug
Mhm.
aspect, because the question was, what has NDLEA got to do with immigration? And I
Immigration, yeah.
said that some countries require a drug clearance from NDLEA. It's like anything else. For instance, it's like during COVID, the reason why a lot of airlines will not let you travel is because they could get fined when they land on
Mhm.
the other end. Things like
Yeah.
that. So sometimes there are requirements by bodies, by airlines, by whatever for the next country. So it's not just about the country you're taking up from, but the country you're landing in. They need clearances, right? So I answered that question and I said, you know what, maybe some of these countries require clearance from NDLEA, drug clearance. And I continued and said, to continue with that statement, another issue is our foreign affairs is in the mud. And I said this is separate from the whole talk about women. I'm just saying, like, generally, like, the question is, why does NDLEA require so many clearances? And I'm like, at this point, being
Okay.
Nigerian, there are too many things that's required of us to just travel, to just
Mm.
leave, just extend our visas. It's sad, but it just gets worse, right? So it
Okay.
has nothing to do with the women aspect, but just generally, why is NDLEA involved in immigration matters? That's the question.
Okay, now I get it. Because I was like, it wasn't flowing, but I understand
Yeah,
now.
they have their own clearances that countries require of them. And
Yeah.
I'm sure EFCC now they'll be the next ones that require, because they will need to clear citizens of
Money.
fraud cases or stuff like that.
But also too, like I guess if we do have a PR whatever person in Nigeria, the person needs to go and take classes. Because there are
I
ways
don't
to
know. I don't know
there are
if that's how
ways
it works. So basically, what's it called? Our minister for foreign affairs is Abike Dabiri, isn't it? I don't think that
Yeah.
that's how it works. I think we as citizens do not help. Every day is one thing or the other. Like, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, the
no.
media,
I don't think
international media, doesn't help as well, because any small thing. I'm British. I was born British because my dad is born and raised in the UK. So me, I'm British with Nigerian names. If I did anything, they will forget that I was literally born British.
Yeah,
They
they
will
no,
say
refer to as
that's not the
Nigerian.
Nigerian.
point. That's not
Do you
the
know what I
area I'm
mean?
going through. Yeah, that's not the area I'm coming for. Like the reason why I said that is there's ways to present information to people without making it seem like you're targeting a certain amount of or a certain race or a certain gender is what I'm trying to say. Like I understand everything you're
Exactly.
saying and I understand all of like we are not helping matters. I guess also too like rules are put in place because of the behaviors of people. That's where
Mm-hmm.
rules come from, right? So I get it. However, like the people that do put out these regulations or put out, oh, this is not required, because all these things we're saying is great, right? Like we're trying to help our economy or we're trying to help all the aviations kind of things. If I'm traveling here, the connotation is already bad and whatnot. Great. If they had come out and say, okay, this is something we're putting in place to help
Mm-hmm.
you guys, it's a totally different question. But coming out to now make it specific to like um
Women.
to women, like in my opinion, that if there's some countries that are extremely feminist, that's gonna
Yeah.
put them off. So that's not helping
Mm-hmm.
anybody. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Like whoever it is that is making these decisions or whatnot, they also need to figure out a way to like break this news without making it seem like they are targeting a specific gender or person or socioeconomic status.
I
That's my
don't know
point.
what that statement was about, because in the grand scheme of things, it actually doesn't make sense. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't look good. And like I said, generally, when laws like this are passed, there should have been a panel. And that panel
Yes.
should actually be, there should be different kinds of people in that panel. You should have women, should I say, people that are from a certain, should I say, demographic graphic, like maybe youth or whatever. It should a panel should be quite diverse, So I find it
Mm-hmm.
very strange that that was even put on social media by such a body with their full chest. Like nobody checked. It did not ring alarm bells. So that's not even like that's a different aspect totally. But you have to remember that this is a country that even like common things like press conferences as well. I remember I always use this as an example. During COVID, Mom of Five, how many times did we see Boris come and talk to us? Boris will
Mm-hmm.
come on TV like 4 times a day to address the country about COVID.
Yeah.
I know how many
Mm-hmm.
times Buhari addressed the country. In fact,
Yeah.
Buhari was missing for how many months during COVID when the whole world is running helter skelter. Like we don't know. I think it was the first time, maybe because I was home throughout because we're on lockdown, that I watched the TV so much that I kept seeing Boris in my face, giving updates every couple hours. That's just an
Yeah.
example of a government that doesn't look at T-Pain. T-Pain cannot even come out and even say anything to Nigerians about the
Say
hardship.
what? Mm-hmm.
Tinubu does
Mm-hmm.
not, they don't think they don't think they need to address the people properly. They don't, almost like they don't take us as human beings. First things first, you know? And it's so sad. So to answer your question, yeah, the PR is horrible, but generally, like, they don't respect their citizens enough and feel like they owe us anything. They owe us, these simple explanations or any sort of, media rounds or whatever to clarify things. And it's just so sad. Unfortunately, just I don't know. It's just unfortunate. Horrible, horrible country.
It's just annoying, honestly, because as soon as I saw that news, I was like, "What the heck? Like, it
Oh, it
really
just
is
felt like a
zoo.
typo. Because
It's
wow.
really, yeah. It's like there's no checks and balances anywhere. The issues that people are raising is not being addressed, and then you guys are just coming up with rules and stuff that at this point nobody can really do anything about it. So I'll go back to Nigeria now, and I'm flying out. Say I'm married, I'll not go and start asking my husband, please come and sign this thing, permission
Do you
slip.
know what is mad? Mom of Five, correct me if I'm wrong, oh. But
Yeah.
have you ever seen a situation where UK.gov, right? They'll just
Mm-hmm.
put out a statement unprovoked. Like
Like
what's happening
no.
to Nigerians? If you want, there's updates on the website. Go to the website. Any small thing, they'll
Yeah.
just release screenshots of it doesn't make no serious. I've never
It
seen
doesn't.
where
It's true. It's true. I've never seen it either. I've never seen it
UK.gov just
either.
comes and says, "Hi guys, this has changed." If you go to
Mhm.
you will see that things have been updated on the websites.
Yeah. You're right,
Even the
Abby. It's
websites
crazy.
that Nigerians manage to have. I went to Atlanta a couple of months ago, and I went to renew my passport in the Nigeria embassy. I literally followed everything on the website, right? It says
Mm-hmm.
pay your money before you come because we don't collect cash. We don't do this. We don't do that. I show up to the appointment with everything on the website. I had a
You
file
still
and
find
everything, and
something
then
wrong.
they asked me to go and get a money order for $30. I'm like, what is the money order for? They're like, oh, that's how much it's going to cost us. So, oh no, it's not for us. It's for the processing. I'm like, but you already charged me 180 something dollars for the passport. They're like, oh, just sit down there and be arguing. You're not ready. And everybody, like literally, everybody had to go and start looking for a way to get $30 money order.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
imagine?
same thing in UK.
Eh? And to them, they have given us everything we are supposed to know on the website, right? And you've packaged everything according to what is on the website to go there, and then they'll not give you a comatose to
And then
wala you.
now they told me, so how it works is you pay all of that, and then you give them an envelope with a stamp on it that you
Yeah,
will pay for it, or that they will use to send it back to
yeah.
you.
That was how they did
Okay,
my
so I
husband as
sent
well.
all of that. I got a call like 2 weeks ago and says, "Hey, your passport is ready." I'm like, "You guys told me to pay for mailing. I paid for it." They're like, "Oh,
Exactly.
the stamp on
So
it is
post
not
it.
enough. The
Even that
on it is not
one,
enough."
do you guys realize why? Have you ever asked yourself why is a money order? Because it's the same thing in the UK. Have you ever asked yourself why is a money
Because
order?
it goes to them. It
Okay.
doesn't go to. I already knew that one.
Mm-hmm. Because
So
why am
now
I
they're
paying
telling me
some
to
money
send
on
them
the
another.
website and paying money order in a different way? It doesn't make sense now. Everything is a
But,
scam. And it's
everything
thank
is a
God in the
scam.
UK, you don't have to go there anymore. You can now do it online.
Yeah,
You
so I'm
see,
happy for you
they'll still give you
people.
some comatose, Abby. They'll still ask you, still tell you something is wrong somewhere or something. I don't trust that Nigerian embassy, to be honest with you, Abby.
No,
I
in
don't
recent
trust them.
times in the UK, like it's actually not bad. In the at least
Me,
this
I didn't
year.
even bother. When I went to Nigeria, that was when I did mine, and it was not ready because I only spent 2 weeks in Nigeria. Even at that, it took 3 months, and I had to pay because I knew somebody there. I had to pay that
Mm.
person that once it comes out, can you DHL it to me? 3 months. 3 months.
This
Anyway,
one I'm
Honestly,
talking
in the
about, my
spirit
own has
of
been
being
since March.
Nigerian and corrupt, if you need a plug in the Nigerian Commission in London, you pay me
yeah,
500 pounds, I help you.
Abby,
Abby.
I'm joking. No, don't come to me. Oh,
don't worry, your DM will be full. They'll be calling you.
500 pounds is not
I'll
more
be
than
your,
the money of the passport.
I'll be your PA, Abby. Let me be your
500
PA.
pounds over 5 is more than the money for the passport. God save.
Exactly.
Hey.
But people who want to be able to go in there sharply and come out, they will pay. Oh.
No, but a very serious note. It's not difficult these days. It's not. It's not.
Me, I don't even want, because I don't even want to go to that Nigerian embassy, because if I go there, I will fight and I will be the one to call police, because they will so irritate me, they will so annoy me,
Call
and because
police
of that,
for
I will cause
who?
trouble. I will
Call
cause
police
trouble.
for who? Or 5.
That's the thing. It's like even now, I guess the person in charge of the whatever immigration office in Atlanta is my uncle's friend. So I call my uncle and I'm like, "See, please, I need to go and do this." Someone just told me, "I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. I'm not here for insults," because they forget that they know anybody. And they're so, oh god. In short, that my blood is not just happy today.
Honestly, well, I'm just kind of like, no, this story, I'm sure this is not the end of it. I have to tell you guys that this is not the end of it. There's still going to be many more stuff that's going to come out of this thing. But the thing that's annoying me is the fact that, why is it married women only? Now, only married women, whatever. According to what Abby was saying, there,
No, it has
no
to
be
be only
women are not
married
even the ones
women.
that carry stuff now.
No, it has
It's
to
not
be
even men
married
that carry
women
stuff.
because I know why. It's only married women that this thing will affect, because if it affects single girls, them that are carrying their side chickens abroad to affect them, they
Abroad.
will not be able to carry them.
Mhm. Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
Anyway, guys, we are just watching. We need to figure out what's going to happen because as it is now, nobody knows it all. Oh. As for Nigeria, I don't trust Nigeria. We just need to wait till, like I said, this is not going to be the end of this. Is not going to be the end of it. There's going to be many more. So, guys, if there's nobody else to join us, we shall be rounding up. I just said we should come and hear this Tatafo and hear people's opinion. Thanks so much, Abby, for your contribution. Thanks so much, Zeno, for your contribution as well. Like I said, this is not the end of it. We'll see how it's going to be. Okay.
They won't pass it, Sha. They won't pass it.
Well, if you say so, Abby,
No,
we
they
are here.
won't be able to, because you have to remember that first of all, like there's nothing that they can pass in that country as long as people have money and as long as immigration officers, custom officers, and the rest, as long as they are hungry, which they will
Mm,
always be hungry, they will not be able to pass it for too long. They don't
yeah.
follow, even they will forget their own law. Their own law. You will see.
Okay. If you say so.
But they've already come back to say that it's not true,
Yes,
that
you said,
it's
yeah.
false.
Yeah,
But
that's
just a
what
matter
they're
of them
saying.
updating it on the website, so they won't be able to pass it anyway. Anyway,
Anyway, guys, we'll wait and see. We'll see how this is going to end. In the meantime, I think it's high time I'm going to step off now. There's work tomorrow. Your girl needs to sleep.
Mom of 5, did you hear about? I don't know if did you hear about Young Philly, or you don't care?
Who?
Young Philly.
Who is young Philip?
Okay, you don't care.
Let me Google. Let me Google. Fill me in. Now, what do you mean
I'm
I
sorry.
don't
I'm
care?
sorry. I just saw it. I don't want to change the topic, but I just saw it. I just went on Twitter now and I've just seen it. He's trending, and I can't just. As this is just one of those cases where
YouTuber.
your village people are
Okay.
following you.
He has gone to go and do Ashemache in Australia.
Australia. Australia of all countries.
I
Huh.
don't think my followers know him. I don't think
Maybe
my
he's
followers know
very
him.
young. I think he's only 20.
I might just do it as a sit down video. He has gone to go and do rapping in Australia.
It's just how left he is, because now he's stuck in Australia. His bill is about £100,000, 112
And
Australian
is it
dollars.
a YouTuber? I didn't know it's a YouTuber.
You know them, you know Chunks now. You know Chunks.
Yeah.
He's in that their group, Nella Rose. You know Nella Rose for sure. You know Nella
Yeah.
Rose. You know Chunks. He's in that group that work for like JD Sports and M Law. They do the podcast with BBC Extra as well. So he's not
Yeah.
a mainstream YouTuber in the sense that they've gone off of YouTube and now doing TV. They do BBC stuff, BBC
Yeah.
program. So
Don't
it's
worry,
not
I
just
think
Nella,
I'm
Nella Rose will
mainstream.
pay for him to release him.
I think I'm going to use this one to do a sit down video.
You know Maya
I don't.
Jama as well.
Mhm.
They are friends now, all of them. Like it's just that he's finished because M&S they've pulled out his commercial
Uh,
just a couple like 6 hours ago. They announced it that he put down the commercial with him, and of course everybody's going to follow suit.
yeah,
He's finished. It's over. And his
it's
friends
over
have
for
to
him.
withdraw from him too, at least publicly. They
Before
have to.
Uncle.
They don't have a choice. They have to. This is not Nigeria. Anyway,
Mm. I think I'm going to use. I'm going to use. In fact, let me before I finish. Before I remove this browse, let me quickly do a sit down video of 20
yeah, I
minutes
think
talking
you get.
about
I
him.
think you get.
I'm
You'll
going to use
get
it to do a
traffic
sit down
and
video.
stuff.
You guys will probably see it tomorrow. I'll schedule it so that it will go live tomorrow. I mean, to go on
Yeah,
as a sit down video tomorrow.
it's yeah, it's a very hot topic at the moment. That's
Now,
what's
wow. Hey,
it's
okay,
true.
guys.
This is brutal.
Let me
All right,
grab my camera.
bye.
Good
Bye,
night.
Nick. Thank you to everybody who's watching me. And if you're watching back again, feel free to drop your comments and opinion in the comment section as regards to what we have discussed. Do you think NDLEA should not be doing immigration work? And why is it solely addressed to married women only? Why married women only? Why not the men? Why not the men? Is it that it's only women that have to face all the shortcomings that is happening in the world, most especially in African countries? Leave your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. And if you've watched till now, you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? So don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notification. There's so many other videos on my channel that you can catch up with, and do have a blessed Friday. No, Friday tomorrow, the weekend is starting. And I shall see you at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And let's come back and talk about Burna Boy and his ex-girlfriend who said Burna Boy was not man enough. So don't touch the dial. Come back here 7 p.m. tomorrow, Friday. Have a blessed evening. All right. Bye, guys.